before we begin, thank you very much to Unicron Has a Stand, insert JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reference here, for joining the Patreon campaign. It's time to admit in shame I haven't watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and one of the million other things I haven't seen that everyone asks me about because I don't have the time. Turns out when you do YouTube, Twitch, and work a day job, you kind of lose track of the time for little things like that. But thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much for the fun shout out. And yeah, thank you to everyone who does so. Does keep the channel going, keeps the daily content coming. And today's daily content, because it is a Monday, is the usual news roundup. This one is kind of a thin week. And I know I said that before and we went like over 20 minutes. I mean it this time. This is a very thin week for Transformer news. Not a whole lot of new stuff to reveal. Not a whole lot of in-hand shots. And, well, if you like Blockies, they announced a whole bunch of stuff. But stay tuned for that. You know how I structure this. Major stories, major announcements and releases first. And then we get into all of the partner stuff toward the end. But for now, let us discuss the big reveal, which is the second of the G2 2-packs for the Dinobots. And this is the one everyone was the most curious about. Based on the lost art, I say lost art because at one time it was. We found it since then. The lost art for the intended Generation 2 Sludge and Swoop. In super bright 90s colors, would have fit in very well with the originals. Yeah, and now for the first time ever, they are in toy form. We have G2 versions of these characters. Now, this is the 2-pack I was the most excited to see. While I have a connection to the Red Snarl because of the stories from my childhood, I've told it on the channel before. I won't bore you again with it. Suffice to say, I have a bond to that particular toy, and it did have me put in a pre-order for the original 2-pack, but honestly, it's been an expensive time. A lot of stuff has come up in the last couple months. So, unfortunately, I did cancel that pre-order, and I'm gonna admit I think I'm glad I did. Now, here's the thing. Ever since I was a kid, Swoop has always been my favorite Dinobot. I mean, these days we have Scar, so I have hopes of my favorite dinosaur actually being a proper Dinobot now, but it's always been Swoop. That was always my favorite one. And that meant I was really excited to see what he would look like once they put the G2 colors on his Studio Series toy because it's green. We're going to turn my favorite Dinobot into my favorite color. And what happens when you do is something off-putting. I don't know if it's just like the green and the blue that they're using here is very akin to the stuff they would normally use for test shots and prototypes. You know how I explain like why there are prototypes out there where everything is in different colors and they're all bright and stand out a lot? It's giving that. It's giving prototype. But I think because it's painted, it loses some of that prototype charm. So it's weird. Like something about his beast mode head being 100% in green outside of like the eyes is really throwing me off. And it makes it look kind of knockoff-ish. And I don't know, it's putting me off in a way I didn't expect. The Sludge is okay. The Sludge is okay. I'm not sure why his jaw is gold. That's an odd call there. Yeah, but really, like I don't know. I don't know. Like, I really thought it would hit me harder than this, and it just doesn't. It's a little bit disappointing, I'll be honest. I do find it interesting that they actually went with the toy accurate head by adding a visor to Swoop's face. That's an interesting switch up. It makes sense because we've only seen this guy in toy accurate before. It does make me wonder why they weren't all more toy accurate in head sculpt to make him just a little bit more unique. But that said, I don't know. It's probably going to depend on the first G2 set. I fully expect that to be the kind of set that will eventually go on sale at some point. I will probably pick it up then if all things are going good here. And then I will make a decision on this one, if it is still available. And I think this is a set that'll also go on clearance eventually too. But there you go. That's the big reveal of the week. And unfortunately, it's a little bit of a letdown for me. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments below if this set was a hit or miss for you. I'm genuinely curious on that one. Let's go to an in-hand shot of the brand new big Convoy. So someone got their hands on the new big guy and took a full photo gallery, which is always great to see. All the photos I've seen of how the new mammoth head sits behind the shoulders is putting me off, because I'm so used to those being a lot wider, and I'm used to the tusks always being there. These little anchors are so cute. It's a lot smaller than they used to be. It's a lot smaller than they used to be. Yeah, but okay, so we get a stand for the cannon, which is great. That's a good addition. There's how the Matrix works. It doesn't bury into his chest anymore. That's actually kind of an improvement, that it just kind of pegs onto a flat piece, because on the original toy, that thing was really annoying to get out of his chest when you wanted to get the Matrix into his hands. Yeah, there's just something off-putting. Now, I will say, whoever got their hands on this one, let's see, what's the credit to? Laserwave. I will admit, they do have the kibble arranged pretty poorly. I really do not like those mammoth legs just kind of sticking up off his back. That's super weird. The mammoth mode's fine. Like, the mammoth mode looks pretty good, all things considered. Like, it looks pretty solid. Yeah. Put your primal in his proper, don't stand your primal up. But yeah, like, there's just something a little bit weird about it that's like throwing me off a little bit. Like, I kind of like, it's just, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's just something in how those shoulders look. Because I guess I'm so used to how those big shoulder missile packs look on the old toy that having it rearranged and having it in a different like orientation now is throwing me off. And I don't think there's anything you can do about that, because every shot I've seen has had them there. It still looks like a pretty decent toy. I like that they like tried to keep the asymmetry in it with the paint job. And yeah, I'm probably going to pick it up, because, you know, I've got Lio, I've got all the Beast Optimuses except for this. And I'm still rooting for that Galvatron to eventually complete all of the Beast Wars leaders. But I don't know, like, I don't know, it's coming up a little bit disappointing. Maybe that's just these shots, I don't know. Alright, so, for those who ever missed out on the original Studio Series Optimus Prime release, at least the one for the 07 movie, that is apparently being reissued. Someone found it at a Walmart in that new clearance, in that new like collector section, which my Walmart still does not have. Like, I have 3 Walmarts I typically frequent. None of them bothered with the collector section, and it's very disappointing, because it was supposed to be a very strong Transformer focus, when all of my Walmarts right now are focused more on getting rid of all of the Transformers 1 junk that they got saddled with. Point being, it's available. Apparently, either they found some really old stock. Now, I will say, I have found stuff at my local Walmart that was more than 10 years out of date. It definitely wasn't a reissue. But the fact that they found 2 of them tells me that, yeah, this is probably a intentional thing. So, yeah, keep an eye out on your Walmarts. Those older Studio Series toys are kind of crazy expensive. So, yeah, they've got a reissue out and you missed it the first time. Great opportunity to grab it now. Yeah, look how nice that collector section is. Why can't my Walmarts have that? Why do my Walmarts have to suck? Speaking of, someone actually saw the pallets for the upcoming Black Friday deals for Transformers. Typical of the tradition that comes with Transformers at holiday time, we are getting cellophane together, old, you know, like leftover deluxes that didn't sell the first time. So now we're kind of like cramming them together and selling them off. Now, and here's the funny part. These actually look pretty solid, all things considered. Like, all things considered, these are actually pretty good. Cosmos and Wheeljack together, both of those are really good toys. 86 Bumblebee, I know, was all over the place. Everyone had a chance to get that toy. And that Reactivate Bumblebee is also, again, a very good figure. You know, the Origin Bumblebee's second run is in here. Okay, Devastation Optimus Prime with the 86 Bumblebee wrapped together, that's ambitious. Getting those pairs sold together is ambitious. Let's see, for Transformers 1, oh, who's that? Is that the new Barrick? Okay, no, wait. I can't tell who that is. I cannot tell. I can't remember. I can't remember Studio Series numberings. I'm gonna guess that's Hatchet, because that's one of the newest ones. It looks like one of the Dreads. Either way, look that G1 Toy Prime and the Hotshot. That's a really good set. That's a really good 2-pack to grab if you see it. Yeah, they're not bad combinations. Like, most of these toys that are in these are pretty good. Usually, I don't know if I have a price on these, but usually these 2-packs end up being like 2 for the price of 1, essentially. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. Keep an eye out. These are usually great, especially if you're a customizer. This is a lovely thing for a customizer to see. Transformers Cyberworld episode 14 and 15 now available, excuse me. And I'll be honest with you, I'm starting to think I have vastly underestimated Cyberworld. Obviously, it is meant for younger kids. It's not the most compelling of stories, but it does have its uniqueness. It does have its tricks, and it has a charm to it. I do enjoy watching those episodes when they come up. Granted, it's only 5 minutes of my time, but I'll be honest, even the toy line is starting to surprise me a little bit. I'm starting to notice things about it that make it a little bit more interesting than I originally gave it credit for. So, well, no, we might do a video re-examining that. I might make an apology video for how I have spoken on Cyberworld here on this channel. But yeah, for those who need a little bit of short form entertainment, there is a new episode available. Please go watch it. I mean, it's fun. It's fun for what it is. All right, let's get into the Blockies news, because Blockies announced a whole bunch of new stuff. So first off, we have new toys for their classics class. Those are the model kits, like the ones that give you like a 4 to 5 inch figure once you're done building them. These are also part of Walmart's Black Friday stuff that's already out. You can get those at Walmart. You can get like a lot of the first and second series of those for like $5 a pop, which is kind of crazy. That's less than the little blind box Blockies go for. Just for clarification, we sell these at our shop at my toy shop. MSRP straight from Blockies is $16.99. So to get them for $5 is crazy. But we got brand new sets coming up here. Here is Megatron from Dark of the Moon. I wish he came with that throne. I wish he came with the seat of Abraham Lincoln, because Megatron is just known for sitting in that. It does look pretty good. I will admit, the flat grays are not doing much for me. The flat grays and beige are not doing a lot for me, because I think of that design as being a lot grittier and a lot dirtier. Now, given the fact that these are very inexpensive kits, I would not expect them to like ink wash these in any way or whatever. But as I said, these model kits tend to be pretty affordable. So if you're a customizer, or if you just want to try to run some black ink through those all those lines and make them look a lot better, by all means, this is not a bad way to test that out. Mold-wise doesn't seem bad, though. Mold-wise doesn't seem bad. Oh, this got rearranged. This got rearranged incorrectly. Let's save that for now, because that's a different toy line. That's a different toy line. I should have talked about that one first. But to go with that Dark of the Moon Megatron, we have a Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, which is, mostly the same as all the other Bumblebees from the first 3 movies. A little bit more detail, a little bit of difference. It still looks good. I mean, if you like the Bumblebee aesthetic from the movies, I mean, it's a pretty solid representation. And as I keep stressing this is like action figure forms like this for movie toys are fantastic for getting like completely accurate versions of these characters that are posable and just look good on a shelf, you know, because let's admit, like most movie Transformers, even as far as Studio Series has come, they still have a lot of kibble and backpack problems. So this is a nice way of getting clean ones. Always recommend these if you just want the character. Bumblebee not looking too bad though. Bumblebee not looking too bad. The next stage of Blockies is all their new wheels line, and it's small stuff. So let's talk about this one that I accidentally clicked to. This is Galva Convoy. This is the Beast Wars second Galvatron colored Lio Convoy. This is the Plain Toys model kit that they did a while back, and now we have it. Redone in these colors. I have gotten this model kit before. It is a nice kit. I will admit I can never get the cloth cape to attach, but that's probably a skill issue on my part. This has always been fascinating because it's not Nemesis Prime. You know, this was Beast Wars second. We hadn't yet established what a black convoy was, so this was kind of one of the very first takes on an evil Optimus Prime type. You know, it's simple enough. It's very shattered glass in that it's Lio Convoy in his enemy's colors. It looks good. He wears the two-tone purple really well. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know if I would get this kit again just to get these colors, but for those who like that color scheme and that variation of the character, great to see that they're making it available. Okay, now, a couple quick ones for Blockies. They showed off the fact that they are releasing a trailer for the Blockies Wheels Optimus Prime, so you can get a complete version of Optimus Prime's vehicle mode should you want it. Nice of them to inform us of. They also informed us that we are getting Nemesis Prime as part of the Wheels assortment. And here you go, like here's your breakdown that they've done in a whole poster setting. The Nemesis Prime, I'm not entirely sure. Does it show how you actually get these? Special bonus item when you can redeem with official Blockies Taobao app by buying the full Blockies Wheels Wave 1 only in China. Okay, so the Nemesis Prime is exclusive to China if you buy an entire case of these things. Okay. Okay. But that said, it's cool. It's cool that they actually did a Nemesis at least, just to kind of round out the line a little bit more. And to wrap us up, someone spotted this. This is the Transformers gift set you get for your dad when you know he's into Transformers and you don't really know what else to get him for Christmas. This is just a little essentials kit. You get a mug, some crew socks, some boot socks, and a beanie. Now, I'm Floridian. A beanie would basically mean my head would catch fire. So nothing that I would be interested in here, but, it's fun little tchotchke stuff, Is it just like as a nice little all-in-one box of fun Transformer stuff. There's a little bit of evergreen to those designs. Oh yeah, they're using the evergreens. We can never escape the evergreen Transformer designs, can we? But that is going to do it. So like I said, thin week, not a whole lot of exciting stuff to talk about, but that happens every now and then. Hey, this is usually precursor to like really big stuff. And frankly, we've got the holidays fast approaching. And usually that means we're going to roll out something big to announce or some big releases because they want those big holiday bucks. So we will sit and wait for next week. So until then, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Hello everyone, I am Astral Agent Magnetar, a Tokusatsu VTuber, and I am streaming 4 times a week over on Twitch, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday afternoons, and a special late night one on late Friday/early Saturday. So come watch, come hang out, and let's make an impact together.